All right, guys, exciting day. New battery is in for this Super Magna, so hopefully this shows us if the bike will run well. This battery, I've tested it multiple times, charged it multiple times, and it never tests good. It always says replace. So, I didn't mean to get a Mighty Max battery. This is not an advertisement for them. I think I've had them on some bikes, but I don't know. It's just what fit. It's what I could find that would fit. So, I'll get this guy out of here. Packaged well anyway. We'll have to just make sure it's all charged up. Usually they come in ready to go. But you never know how long they've been sitting on a shelf somewhere. But like I said, it was tough finding one that would fit because I have other 12s like this one, but it's too wide. And the terminals on this one are backwards. This one's a 12. Terminals are correct for that one. But again, it's too wide. This is a pretty slender battery, and these would not fit in the bike. So you got to be careful when you're ordering batteries due to that reason. So the Super takes this. I don't even know what other bikes I have that would take the same battery. I'm sure there's got to be one out of 30 that does. But you can see this is exactly the same width and height, a little bit shorter just because of the casing. But let's go ahead and throw the tester on it. We can use the old school tester or the new school. See what this says. I actually don't know the cold cranking amps on this thing, so I usually keep it at 120. That's like minimal of what you'd want. And if it says it's bad for a cold cranking amp at 120, then you probably definitely have a bad battery. All right, so we're going in for a battery test, regular flooded. I think it's regular flooded. I don't think it makes a big difference. Cold cranking amps 120, like I said, you go down. You can only go down to 100. I usually keep it at 120 and see what it says. Check connection. I hate it when it does that. I don't even know why it does that. We're definitely connected. Try again. Usually, just adjust them. There we go. Testing, testing, testing. What are you gonna say? Healthy 100% at cold crank amps at 241. Charging at 68, so we'll throw it on the charger quick. And it does say it's a good battery. Usually you can change, if you change this cold cranking amps higher, it might tell you it needs charged or something. So anyway, it's good. We're gonna throw it on the charger for a few minutes and let it get fully charged. And then we're gonna go back out to that Super Magna. All right, here we go. She dropped right down in there. Was able to get these two leads hooked up, negative and positive. And we're gonna pop the gas on here. You can see it in the line up to about there. So we have plenty to run it. So let's see how the Super reacts now that she has a brand new battery. So let's hit the key. We got lights. Guess I should have turned the gas on already to prepare for this. Now, if this doesn't leak like it did last time, we're good. Okay, we're open. And I guess we'll turn the choke on and see how she reacts. Let's go. I don't know where the gas is in the carbs. But we got a new battery, so pump it, baby. Okay, she's not taken yet. What was that sound? All right. Should have fuel in the carbs by now. Let's see what she does. Again. It is taking the fuel down pretty quick. There she goes. All right, there we go. We're gonna be out of fuel in no time. All right, we have gas in the carbs. I think I ran it dry last time. We're gonna fire. You can tell. See that fire come out there? Yeah, she's about there, but we're gonna be out of fuel in a second. So I'll put some more in and give her a second to rest. Here, turn this off and get back to it. All right, I got more gasoline in there, and as you can see, there's air stuck in here, and that isn't great because that means that the fuel is stopping right there. See, the bottle's full, and there's a jam up there. So I'm just kind of shaking this, hitting this guy till this fills up and that air's out of there, because that's not going to let fuel flow into the carbs. I'm just gonna hit this until that's flowing freely. I mean, it's filling slowly, but that does not allow full easy fuel to flow through if it's getting stuck here. There must be dirt clogging my little spout here. I'll be right back. All right, got the air out of the line. Hopefully that doesn't make any issues for me at all. It could make gas not flow through the carburetor. So I'm gonna try and give this a start now. I could have went ahead and gave it some juice, some starting juice, but let's see how she does on her own. Hopefully we don't kill anything. So let's go. That's no good. The starter gets stuck? Or we just kill the battery? Something just let loose. Oh man, why are you giving me issues, buddy? Why? Why all the issues? Something's vapor locked or something. Huh? Something's locked up. Sounds like vapor lock to me. Well, this ain't going well. The next push, she fired right up. Hopefully all this smoke is just junk in there because it wasn't running. We're gonna hope that clears up on its own. Because she does sound good. She done. That's weird. All right, guys, so I can keep her running if I keep spraying ether starting fluid in the airbox. So she'll run on ether, and that means either my gas line is not supplying the right fuel, something's blocked up in there getting fuel to the carburetors. But the white smoke has not cleared up yet, and I haven't gotten her warmed up. She runs for a little bit without it, and then she shuts down. So, either we have a head gasket blown, or it's possible it's fuel delivery. I'm positive with the battery. That's great. But we might have some issues. Pulling out the carbs really is not fun. We could take them out and clean them, see what's going on there. I don't know. This little this little valve here could be part of our problem. It is possible. Maybe we bypass that. Maybe that's dirty. And yeah, that might be the way to go. Seems like we might have fuel delivery issues. So that's about all I can do with it right now. But we got her running. And again, if I keep spraying starting fluid, she runs. Continue. Still have choke on, and if I cut that, it dies. So run on starting fluid. So that's where we're at, guys. Might be this valve. Maybe the valve's dirty. You gonna stay running now? Probably not. She's gonna die. For a little more. Now I'm missing. She likes that little vote of confidence. It's just a lot of smoke coming out of those pipes. I'll keep messing with it, but we've got some sort of issue, that's for sure. You gonna stay running for me? Come on. And she wants to shut off again, so that's what we got. Update on the Super Magna. Something's not quite right. Like I said, maybe we'll bypass this. This probably runs on vacuum. Yeah, I could skip this. Maybe that's what I should do. Run it out of here, beyond this, and plug it in there, instead of running it through that valve. That's what I should have done in the beginning, now that I look at it. So, we'll try that, see if that helps. Seriously, I backed this thing up a little bit, and I removed this valve from the bracket, and then I started it. And now it's running. And it did the same thing. All right, I popped this valve off, and this does run into the intake right there. So that's supposed to create suction. And then on the back of this thing is this little valve, or this little import-export sucker here. And that probably goes to the gas tank, which we're not using. So anyway, this might be getting in the way here. So I'm gonna hook it up to this and see if we can get something out of this thing. All right, so we're skipping this valve, and I got her hooked up to this one, so we're not dripping. Let's see if we can get this anything better out of this bike. Here we go. Turn on the key again. Hopefully the battery's still strong. Hey, moving it. I got a neutral light. Cool. Still on full choke. Let's see if we go. She's not taken, but I did run it dry, so let's see if we can fill this gas up. She's now running on strictly drip, strictly gravity. Back to the white smoke. It's still not good, I'm telling you. All right, we're running. That was with no starting fluid. Doesn't sound super healthy. It would be good to have this covered up so we weren't sucking in too much air. She seems to be warming up better. She's thing I want to do is check the coolant level here in our radiator. Got a little screw here we got to turn out. And we can pull this off. She's not hot, so go ahead and check that. Other thing we can do is check the coolant bottle itself. I don't see any coolant in there. That's actually a bad sign. Well, yeah, it's a bad sign because there's no coolant in the overflow. It means it might have been pulling from there. And we may have coolant burning in the engine. All right, our radiator is pretty much full with green coolant. And if it's not mixing back this way, this doesn't mean everything, but it means something. We can check in our oil, make sure we don't have coolant in our oil. Let's see about that in a second. All right, down here, our oil looks really seriously dirty, and it might even be low. We have a dipstick over here, right there. So this definitely needs an oil change, and it'll be interesting to see what exactly. This does not have a window to check it. It does have high and low lines, but there's no window. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so this looks disgusting, and I can't tell if it looks off color or if it's just that old and terrible that it's bad. Can't tell if it looks like it's white or not. I'm gonna tilt the bike up. I need my other hand, so let's see if I can look at this a little better. All right, the oil itself actually looks fine. It is just dirty, and I pulled out the dipstick to look at the oil, and I don't see any white substance in there, as if it would have water in it or coolant. So the oil actually looks fine. Next thing I want to do is pull a spark plug, which we have one right here. That's great, easy access. Pull a spark plug or two and see what they look like. It does need an oil change if we're gonna go that route and get it maintained. So good to know that the oil doesn't look bad. All right, time to go find a proper plug or a proper socket to get these spark plugs out. All right, guys, I pulled this spark plug out. You ready to see this? The spark plug is black. Why won't it focus on my spark plug? There's too much to look at. Look at this thing, man. Guys, girls, this is black. This is not gonna run well at all. It says a lot about this bike. Definitely says a lot about this bike. Number one, it's disgusting. And I like to always refer to the Climber manual for spark plug conditions. And we're looking at carbon fouled, identified by black, dry, fluffy carbon deposits on insulator tips. So that's what we got here. And I'm gonna have to go in to make sure these are the right plugs. Number one, make sure they're cleaned up. Oh, by the way, can be cleaned. Where does it say that? Can be cleaned, right there. So I can clean these up, make sure they're gapped correctly. From there to there, that little length right there. And spark plug comes in gapped nowadays. Spark plugs come in gapped, is what I meant to say. And we're gonna clean these up. She might run way better. Maybe we can avoid the whole white smoke issue. This is not a clean, well-oiled machine. Here you go, real quick. Took a metal brush to that, steel brush real quick, and cleaned up quick and easy. Show you this side, still black and sooty. So yeah, cleaned up real quick and easy. All right, looks like this bike takes an NGK DRP 8EA9 for standard, DPR 7EA9. And I pulled up a cross-reference sheet, and it looks like this plug from Autolite 4164 can work. So spark plug gap is 0.8 to 0.9 millimeter. Same thing for 0.031 to 0.035 inches. For, let's see, I think I have a gapper here somewhere. I gotta find it and make sure the spark plug gap is correct. This is kind of interesting. I checked both back ones. They looked about the same. They were both black. The front one on the passenger side, you would say, is a little black, but not nearly as bad. If you're riding this bike, it's getting more air to the front cylinder. So I just thought I'd show you that quick. And we'll clean this up, put it back in, grab the last one. This one was hard to get out, and I don't know that it was put in correctly. And I don't know that the spark plug wire was on tight. But you can see how disgusting this plug is. Be interesting to see if it is the same as the other ones. Yeah, it is. Okay. Autolite spark plug 4164. All right, so anyway, it's nasty. No wonder this bike doesn't run. Spark plugs need to be clean. All right, got her all cleaned up. So this is the last one to go in. I'll make sure that she's installed correctly and tightened down, and that the spark plug wire is on correctly. Maybe this will make a big difference. Okay, all the spark plugs are reinstalled, and I even stuck a coat hanger in my gas tube there to make sure that that's clear, and it was. So I think what else to do then to see how this runs now? Maybe it's better, maybe it's worse. Let's wait till the battery's charged up. All right, battery tender says we're 80% or more. So our battery should be pretty well charged by now. Before I quit for the evening, I want to see how we do with clean spark plugs and hopefully gas flow. Let's see what happens. All right, Mr. Saber, do your thing. Key's on, lights up, choke's on. Let's go. Fires happily. All we do is clean the spark plugs. Oh, starting to warm up a little bit. Those spark plugs were bad. Is that all we needed? Yeah, she's starting to kick up. Unreal. I hope that's it. Still have some smoke, but it's really not as bad as before. Wasn't ready for that. Let's try again. Oh boy, now I messed it up. Probably giving her too much gas. Too much choke. Oh, now we killed it. Good job, now we killed it. Yeah, we killed it.